put up a camera against your window, snap some photos, and call it an art piece. That is creepy and also super illegal. Similarly, states like California and Virginia have outlawed the use of deepfakes to create intimate videos of someone without their consent. You're also protected in cases of defamation. Someone can't just take your image and edit it into a context that would seriously damage your reputation. Even J. Jonah Jameson doesn't mess around with that one.
That's slander.
It is not. I resent that. Slander is spoken. In print, it's libel.
However, the most relevant piece of legalese that I want to look at today is actually one that we briefly talked about in part 1 of the series, the right of publicity. In case you don't remember, the right of publicity protects an individual's likeness, and sometimes their name, voice, and signature from being used to promote a product without their consent. For example, it's illegal to use a picture of Barack Obama, or Britney Spears, or internet weirdo Matt Patton, anything that implies they endorse something that they haven't already signed off on. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Coca-Cola can't use me to promote regular Coke when Diet Coke is the far superior beverage. It would be a misuse of me, my opinion, and my image. But the extent of that protection suddenly becomes murky when it comes to the ability to raise dead celebrities from beyond the grave. You see, it ultimately depends on where you are and how long the celebrity's been dead. Most states recognize it for somewhere between 50 and 100 years. In California, where the biggest movie studios are headquartered, it exists for 70 years after death. Huh, what a coincidence that James Dean died almost 70 years ago. Interestingly, in Tennessee, Elvis's estate was actually able to extend the right of publicity into perpetuity, so the king will reign forever in Nashville. So, who then owns the dead celebrities during this post-mortem period? Their families and their estates, and that can be some big business. According to the 2021 Forbes list of highest-earning dead celebrities, which is a thing that comes out every year, author Roald Dahl came in on top, earning a whopping $513 million when his estate sold away their shares in his stories to Netflix. The Prince estate did largely the same thing with Prince's music last year, earning themselves $120 million. As you might expect, a lot of musicians top the list, like Michael Jackson and Juice WRLD, all up there. Even sports athletes can crack the top 10. Among the list of singers and authors is Arnold Palmer, famous golfer who died back in 2016. He earned himself $27 million off of advertising and sales of his signature lemonade iced tea mix. Now, this sort of thing isn't necessarily a new phenomenon or a new business model. Merchandising the likeness of dead celebrities in one way or another has been a thing for decades. At big licensing conventions, there are whole booths dedicated to single celebrities, like Cowboy John Wayne or iconic Dracula Bela Lugosi, each hawking their likeness for whatever the next big payday is.
What's it like running the Lugosi brand?
It's an honor to preserve the memory of my grandfather and extend his legacy into the future. We have a beautiful wine, beer, t-shirts, accessories, collectible figures, statues.
That's how you get stuff like we talked about last time. Fred Astaire dancing with a dirt devil or Audrey Hepburn